evening, football fans, and welcome back to Will G's Football Talk Show. We had a great week, too, obviously, because my Bears won, but the primetime Sunday night football game was a classic to watch, and there were some good games this weekend. So let's break it down with a recap. Let's start off with how Will G did. 7-7. I promised you guys better than 8-5. I am a filthy liar. In my defense, Big Ben, Drew Brees, I had them both winning, and they both went out early in the game. Who knows what could have happened? But no excuses. 7-7 and 7-7. So that puts me at 15-12 through weeks 1 and 2. Winning record, folks. Trace hit his upset of the week, and Lucas also hit his lock of the week. I told you guys to start Derek Carr, and I told you to start Miles Sanders, and my apologies, those were some bad picks because neither of them did that well. I also told you to start Devontae Freeman, which worked. He only averaged around 9 points, but I also told you to start Aaron Jones, who averaged 26.5 points. My apologies. I don't know what was going through my mind there. I thought Minnesota's run defense could hang with them, but he did have a couple receptions. He had a touchdown. PPR, all that goes into it. He just didn't have the craziest running game. But let's talk about 10 teams still remain undefeated. Yeah, we're going to count the Lions that have a tie, that haven't lost, so they're still undefeated. So stick around for my predictions to see who stays undefeated in week 3. Jalen Ramsey wants out of Jacksonville. You guys seen the argument with Doug Marrone and Jalen Ramsey on the sidelines. It got pretty heated. Whatever Coach Marrone said to Ramsey wasn't good because many players around him reacted quickly and got up to help hold Ramsey back. But Ramsey does plan to play tonight against Tennessee, so maybe they can work a deal out. I doubt it. He wants out, but I like seeing him in Jacksonville, and I wish he would stay there. Can we talk about what's going on with the quarterbacks in this league? Eli, benched. Brees, 6 weeks. He's gone. Big Ben, done for the season. Foles broke his collarbone. He's out for 8 weeks. Darnold, kissing disease. He's got mono. What's going on there? He's going to be out for the next couple weeks. Luck, he retired. And that leaves us with Tom Brady at 42. Still killing it. Completely dominated in Miami, and I don't see them slowing down anytime soon. He is father time, everyone. Defying all the odds. Speaking of quarterbacks dropping like flies, let's move on to this week's injury report. Like I said in before, Brees, thumb injury, and he's missing 6 weeks. Big Ben hurt his elbow, and he is done for the season. Deshaun Jackson is looking at 2 weeks with a mild abdominal strain. Cam Newton is questionable this Sunday with a foot injury, and Joe Staley, left tackle for the 49ers, broke his leg. He is out 6 to 8 weeks. Now, we'll move on to Will G's Fantasy Talk. Guys, I'm hoping that these picks get better because I hate letting you down in fantasy, but not only am I letting you guys down, I'm letting myself down because I suck at fantasy football and I can't win. So, start Chris Carson versus the Saints this week. In 2 games, they have gave up 240 yards and 6 yards per carry almost. And start Marlon Mack versus Atlanta. He is tied in first with the most touches in the league through 2 weeks with 47. He is a workhorse, and he's going to continue to dominate, and he's going to continue to get touches against Atlanta this Sunday. Now, please sit Jared Goff versus the Browns. He has 22 combined fantasy points through 2 games, and he's going to be going against a tough Browns defense who has something to prove this week, to prove that they can hang with some of the best in the league. And sit Mike Williams versus the Texans. He's been battling a knee injury. It's obvious on the field. He's not getting the targets that he wants. He just seems slower out there, so keep him sidelined this week. Now let's move on to Will G's Rapid Fire Predictions. They're going to be coming quick, and they're going to be coming hot, and I promise you I'm doing better than 7-7. I didn't stick to my word last week, and I'm sticking to it now. Better than 7-7. It's a promise. 9-4. 9-4. We're not settling this week. The myth of Gardner Minshew lives on as the Jags beat the Titans tonight 17-14. Dak dominates the dumpster fire Dolphins. Unfortunately, they are looking bad. 31-13. The Bills 3-0. You best believe it. 21-17. The Lions racked their first loss up this week against the Eagles. 24-17. The Patriots kiss the Jets goodbye in their blowout win. 30-16. And the Atlanta Falcons keep their roll on as they dominate Indy. 24-14. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings bounce back in a huge win over the Raiders this week, 28-14. You guys smell that? I smell an upset. Ravens over Chiefs in this week's Trace Dolly upset of the week, 31-28 in the big battle of Lamar and Patty Mahomes. And the Packers win. The Packers win over Denver 21-17. Kyler Murray gets his first career win over the Panthers 20-14. And the Daniel Jones era starts off to a rough start in Tampa. Bucks 28, Giants 17. And no Breeze, no chance. Seahawks 23-14. Rivers and the Chargers unload over the Texans in Hollywood 25-21. Jimmy G and the Niners remain undefeated. 3-0. Jimmy G and the Niners, no one saw that coming. But in their 24-13 win over Pittsburgh. And Baker goes back-to-back in primetime games. And they have a statement game over the Rams. 24-21 against LA. And Trubisky, my boy, finally shows up in Monday night in DC, in the heart of America. In front of the president, the whole nation's watching. Number 10 steps up. Ask me if I'm worried, because I'm not. 27-14, my Bears. And that is all for Will G's rapid fire predictions. And that also wraps up my show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to my football talk show. It is greatly appreciated. Make sure you leave a like and hit that subscribe button for more content. And I'm going to keep producing it, and you guys are going to keep watching it, and that's the goal. Thank you guys very much. Bear down.